I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.
Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. It's your boy, Jim Hacking. I'm back in the saddle, back in the office, back in the studio. They done moved all that shit yesterday because the AC guy was here, but Umra and Finn just put it back. So we are back. I got all my Star Wars figures together. It still looks sort of janky over there. I'll have to fix it up tomorrow. How's everybody doing? It's good to be back in the office. We just sent out the text with today's show and the link, but the waiting room is already filling up. It's good to see everybody. How is everybody doing? I saw our friend Creaky Bones had a quick question. Would a person ever have to file the I-45 and the DS-260? I don't think so. 45 is for when the I-130 beneficiary is in the United States or the I-140 beneficiary is in the United States. And a DS-260 is for when they're overseas. So never the twain shall meet. So I don't think that would ever happen. Hey there, all you greasers. It's time for Shana Na. How's everybody doing? What the hell is going on? I'm excited. Today's Friday. All I've been doing for the last 2 days, 3 days is consuming liquid. I've had soup for almost every meal. I've drank today 2 big bottles of Gatorade and water. I'm trying to hydrate. I think that's my fundamental problem with this stupid COVID. I am feeling better, and I'm glad to be here with all of you. I'm going to do a show tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. So we'll be back on the air tomorrow, Friday, at 10 a.m. Central. Then we'll probably take Sunday off so I can just chillax and get a little bit better. I was supposed to go to North Carolina, Charlotte, on Sunday through Tuesday, but I'm staying home to rest and relax some more, try to get back to normal. This stupid COVID is the worst. If you haven't gotten your booster, I suggest you do. I was talking to my mother yesterday. She's been watching too much Fox News. She's down on Dr. Fauci. She's down on the booster. She's freaking 79. I said, Mom, get your damn booster. This was the worst I've been, the sickest I've been. And this is the 3rd time I've had COVID, and I've always had the booster. My doctor tells me the purpose of the shot is not so much to keep you from getting COVID, but to make the conditions not as bad as they were. So I'm glad to see a lot of our friends in the comments. Again, I'm going to take a pass on welcoming everybody individually, but I am glad that you are all here. I'm just going to go straight to questions because it's frankly easier for me when the guests are talking than when I am. So Aziz was first in the waiting room. So Aziz goes first.
Jim, first of all, assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me better?
Sure. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Glad to see you again here. Jim, I'm asking a question on behalf of my friend. So I know your answer, what it would be, but still want to answer your advice. So he has a pending asylum case since 2015, I believe. And he had an interview in 2018. But he didn't still have his decision. So it's still pending. So it would be it's now like almost 6 years without decision. So you probably would advise to sue them, right?
If he wants an answer, yeah. I mean, they're not going to fight. They're not going to say he hasn't waited long enough. Are you in the computer room? It looks like you're locked in the computer closet.
No, that's my auto body shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, no one in their right mind is going to say that an application that's 9 years old is being, reasonably processed in a reasonable amount of time. So yeah, I can get him another interview or a decision. What we usually do is we try to take a look at the underlying case, feel if it's strong, feel if it's been updated, because if you sue them, they'll probably call him for another interview. What probably happened was he was probably interviewed from an officer who doesn't work there anymore. And so officer number 2 doesn't feel comfortable deciding the case. So Yeah, I mean, a lawsuit would get that case moving for sure.
I asked his like idea why would it be so long. He said maybe because he used to live in Florida. I mean, first of all, when he filed the case, he used to live in Pennsylvania. He filed from Pennsylvania. Then he moved to Florida, but that's probably not the case, right? Or it might be the case
So
as well.
there's a bunch of cases from 2014, 15, 16, and even 17. The Trump administration decided to start dealing with the applications that had just been filed, so they just kept their hands off these files. So his file is just in that group of cases that are just taking forever.
And just a little background of his case. He's one of the Central Asian countries, such as Tajikistan, and his asylum case based on religion and political views. So yeah, so and your fees are already up, right? I believe. And how much do you charge for your lawsuit cases right now?
It's 5,000 plus $405 filing fee, so 5,405. If he pays up front, he saves $500, or he can pay 3,405 and then 500 a month for 4 months.
And I spoke with your representatives, and we need to schedule an appointment with one of your attorneys to go through the case. I believe, right? First,
Yeah.
and then got it. And the thing is, I'll tell you one more additional maybe factor. He is married and he has his one I-130 approved already in 2021 or 2022. But they have some kind of weird relationship with his wife. She wants to one day she wants to file adjustment of status. Next day she doesn't want to file adjustment of status. Last time I spoke, they didn't have a sponsor. They didn't have anybody to sponsor him because she doesn't make that much money. And I offered them my help. I told I will sponsor him because I have a decent amount of earnings.
Yeah.
So I'll sponsor him. And it seems like to me she agreed at the first place. Then she called me and said she doesn't want to sponsor because she wants to go to nursing school. If she sponsored him for a green card, she wouldn't get her financial aid or something. I said it shouldn't be matter because I'll be co-sponsor. So
Yeah.
like I
It
said,
sounds like she's playing a lot of games. That's very strange. I mean, if they've been married since 21, he could already, in theory, be a citizen or almost a citizen.
that's the thing. And all immigration packet and all immigration history in his wife control. He doesn't know anything. He still doesn't speak English, by the way. So everything is under her control. And every time when I would ask him like, why didn't you already get your green card? He would say, hey, I don't want to bother my wife because if I ask her, she only would think that I married her because of the green card. And it's going like that from one year to another. And we came to the point that he still doesn't have a green card. And I advised him to go with his first case rather than waiting on his wife because to me
I
she
mean,
is playing games.
generally, anytime you can go on the spouse route versus the asylum route, you're going to want to go the spouse route. But this seems weird. Is she from Tajikistan too, or no?
No, she's from Puerto Rico.
She's what?
She's from she's from Puerto Rico, but she's a U.S. citizen, obviously. Yeah.
Well, how do they talk to each other if he doesn't speak English?
She learned a little bit Russian,
Hmm.
and he I believe learned a little bit Spanish. So this is how they communicate
You know, my,
between.
my, my favorite answer. I had a case like that once where the lady was from Bosnia and the guy was from Brazil, and I said, "How do you guys communicate?" And she goes, "Oh, we use the language of love."
That's a good answer. Yeah, definitely.
So it
So
sounds like the wife's a little nutty. I don't know. I mean, you're right. The nursing school student loan, that's all BS. So your boy probably needs to talk to us just to educate himself on. I mean, he's being way too casual with all this.
yeah, like I said, he like at least his concern was that he doesn't want it. He didn't want it to bother her, so that she didn't think that he only married her because of the immigration benefit.
Yeah.
So
Well, clearly he's stuck with her all these years. So I think we've
yeah,
moved past that. Thanks,
and
Aziz.
there
See you,
are
buddy.
lots of things. There are also complications as well in they operating business, and there are loss of money. So there's something weird going on within the marriage. So he losing money from the business. He tells her not to take money from the accounts, from business accounts, because he needs to pay for business expenses. and she just randomly takes the money from the account and give it to somebody else. I don't know what she's doing. I talked to her lawyer.
Her boyfriend, that's who she's giving it to.
I talked to her lawyer and I said like to their lawyer, and I spoke to her. She's in Puerto Rico as well, and I said, hey, why don't you explain to your I mean to beneficiary as well the process and everything. She said that's not my job to explain it because she was hired only by her, and she only needs to explain to her, and she needs to pass information to beneficiary. I said, I mean, I've never heard about this kind of cases. I mean,
Sounds like you're the only one looking out for your friend.
yeah, but he's in big trouble, like I said. I mean, that's weird. So, I want to help him out as much as possible. So,
All right, well, send us an email. We'll go from there, okay?
sounds good. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.
Alaikum. See ya. Hey, everybody. I didn't notice this before. It's Rocio's birthday. Happy birthday, Rocio. Hope you have a great day and a great weekend and that you're enjoying life from the pool. All right, all right. Andres is here. Hi, Andres. You're on mute.
Hey, Jim, how's it going?
Great, buddy. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. You mind if I turn my camera off?
Got it. You're done.
All right, thanks.
Sure.
Hey, so I have a question for you. So I have, I'll just give you a little background. I was in removal proceedings because of a overstayed visa that I have, a B1, B2.
Okay.
I got married to my husband around 2020, and I got detained around 2023. I was in detention for 2 months until I got my bond. While in detention, I filed an I-30 and it was approved. So I got my bond, and because of I had a a path to.
You're breaking
Sorry.
up a little bit. So the last I heard, so wait, first question. You got married in 2020?
Yes.
Why didn't you get your green card before 2023? What were you doing?
We just got a bad lawyer, and he was just like, taking money, and he never filed, and we just move on. Life goes on. So we filed again the I-30 while I was in detention. I got released on bond, and I still have the removal proceedings open. However, I had a 3A misdemeanors charges. Two of them were expunged and dismissed with prejudice, and one of them I plead guilty, and I paid like full restitution, and I did the they ordered me to do probation, and I was released from probation 6 months on midterm review.
What were the charges?
Embezzlement less than $100.
3 charges, three misdemeanors, embezzlement less than $100. That's bizarre.
Yeah, it was kind of like a situation with my former employer, but two of them were dismissed and expunged. One of them was on still there. Okay. However, I have ever since I got the bond hearing, I got also my I-7, the work permit authorization approved, and I'm waiting for the I-485 because I'm still in removal proceedings. I am going to my master's hearing on July 19th, but my lawyer decided to just drop the case. So I'm just
case?
like,
drop the case. What do you mean drop the case?
She's not going to represent me anymore.
Why?
Because she was like charging more money than we agreed at the beginning, and it was a money situation. So we agreed that we terminated our contract. I paid her what I owe her, and we just like.
Has the I-130 been approved?
It has been approved, yeah.
Okay, and so this is your first master calendar hearing?
It is.
Okay, and what court is it?
Lowell Court.
Which one?
Lowell, at the Lowell Court. It's a new court in Massachusetts.
Oh, Lowell, Massachusetts. Okay. So what's your plan? You're going to go there and ask the government to terminate your proceedings so you can adjust with USCIS?
Well, that was my plan. I've been doing some research, and I was going to see if the government will try to terminate the case, since my I-30 has been approved, and we've been married for a long time, and I was gonna try to do that, but I don't know if you advise me to just get a lawyer.
Yeah, I just don't know if you're going to be able. I mean, you might be able to pull it off without a lawyer, but obviously I think if you could get a lawyer, if you send me an email, there's an old attorney that used to work for me. She has actually I have a friend in Boston. Is Boston far from Lowell, or is it far?
No, it's pretty close. I live in
Yeah.
Oregon, but I was detained. I was in Vermont at the time I was detained.
Oh, so the court doesn't know that you're in Oregon? You haven't updated your address?
Well, the problem is that I don't have my notice to appear, so I don't know what addresses the government has on file of my lawyers or mine. So I've emailed a court already to send me documentation.
Okay, so Uncle Jim's going to give you some tough love, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You've been way too casual with all this stuff. Way too casual with getting started. I mean, maybe you had a bad lawyer before. Maybe you stopped paying this lawyer, and this is your life. This is your life. So you've got to do the things that put you in a position to succeed. So the judge is going to be pissed off when, are you planning to go to Massachusetts for the hearing? Is that what you're going to do?
It's a virtual hearing, and I've already submitted all the documents that the court needed, like the Vermont case was expunged and all the I-30 approved. So I already sent that to the court.
All right. Well, then, I think you're better off with an attorney, but if money's tight, go for it and let us know what happens. Okay.
All right. You can email me your attorney's friend, so I can just email and see if he would take the case.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Send an email info and I'll reply over the weekend.
All right. Well, hopefully you get better, Jim. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Really trying not to cough on camera. Sorry about that. Ramona, hello.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm wishing you much better.
Thanks.
Okay, so I chatted with you a few times, and I just wanted to come and say thank you because even though I wasn't a direct client of yours, I use your channel and your shows a lot to help in my case. And I also just wanted to highlight something to the public. So just a quick background. I came to the US on March 2022 on my B1, B2. I got married June 30th and I filed my paperwork with my concurrent filing August 17th. Got biometrics pretty quick. Then I got an RFE for sponsorship because my husband was not making a lot. I couldn't find a joint sponsor, so I made the decision to try to use Assets, which was an American bank account. And afterwards I kicked myself over it because a year passed. It took me 10 months to get my work permit. I got my combo card in June 23, then nothing after that. I was back and forth with whether to sue them and stuff like that, but I somehow just felt like maybe the case would get denied because I went with the Assets instead of the joint sponsor. But then I said, okay, I'm going to wait. When January came around this year, I was like, well, I've waited so long. Let me see if I can make it to the 2 years where if the case get approved, I would get the permanent card. And the 2 years was June 30th, and my case got approved July 6th, no interview. So,
great.
Just want to, I know that you say if you can't, but I just also know that not everybody can find one. So I want people to, not be discouraged to try.
Thanks, Ramona. Congratulations. I'm glad you got your green card. Thanks for the call.
Thank you. All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. Saul is clapping for Ramona. So Saul is next. Hello, buddy.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and I hope you feel better. I have one question. Actually, first of all, you have helped me a lot in the past. I wanted to thank you. This is the first time I'm seeing you on Zoom with the issue I had in 2019 and 2020. I also emailed you. Thank you for the response. I have one single question related to the OPT and H1B. If someone has a pending NIW application, does that impact their H1B or OPT application, or are there any specific concerns or considerations that I need to be aware of?
What do you mean affected? How would it affect? Like you're saying that I'm sitting here on OPT or H1B and I apply for an NIW, is that going to affect things? Is that the question?
Oh no. So I have applied for NIW I-140, and currently I have one H-1B and OPT pending. So I wanted to see, since those are non-immigrant visas and that one is permanent residency, is there any chance that would affect that application?
The H1B is a dual intent, so you don't have to worry about the H1B at all.
Okay.
It's both. OPT is such a almost automatic thing, and they don't even ask about green card applications or NIWs or I-140s. So I think no, I think neither one of them are going to be. I don't think anything's going to be triggered by the fact that you have an NIW case pending.
I see. Okay, that was my question. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Have a good weekend, bud. See ya.
You as well.
Okay, bye. I'm going to bring Julio up for a second. I'm getting a lot of lag and delays. Is it me? Is it just the people, you think? I don't know.
No, everything has been fine. No delay, no nothing.
Okay. All right, cool. Thanks. All right. That's our friend Julio. Saya's here. Hi, Saya. Do you have a question?
Jim, give me a second.
Okay. We're going to do the old walk out of my cubicle routine.
Yeah, I have to.
All right. You get to walk outside, the walk to the conference room.
I need to walk to somewhere else beside on my cubicle.
It's all good.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Jim, I have a question on behalf of my friend. She petitioned her mom, and it got approved last year in July. And then USCIS sent her case to NVC, but she never received the email from NVC about NVC case number or invoice ID to log in the CX to continue the case. And it's been a year now. And she submit the inquiry to NVC. She received only the NVC case number, but not the invoice ID. So
That's crazy.
what can she do?
Sue them.
Sue them?
Yeah.
Sue the NVC?
Yeah. I'd sue the USCIS and the NVC. I mean, a year is ridiculous.
She tried to submit an email or submit the inquiry many times, and she still did not get the invoice number.
Yeah, I would sue them.
Oh, so it means that she cannot do anything else besides that.
It's the only thing I know that works.
Okay. I think that's all.
All right, thanks. Hey, Nurse Laura was wondering what you do for your job. What's your job?
I am an accountant at the county. I work for the county.
Nice. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Bye, Saya. See ya. All right. Nikwa's here. Hi, Nikwa. You're on mute.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hi,
Okay.
Mr. Jim. You mind if I turn off my camera or leave it on? I look crazy, so.
Oh, you're fine. But I took you off camera.
Okay. Hi, how is your day going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I really called join the live to ask 2 questions if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So just a little background story. I'm a Jamaican. I came to America last year, June 1st, on a B1, B2 visa. I got married in November before my days were over. My six month span here. I got married before that. In November 2023. And then we had some issues. And then I filed for my paperwork March 2025, right?
Mar-
My
March
question is,
2025. March 2025 hasn't happened yet.
no, I'm sorry, March 25, 20.
You got a time machine
Sorry.
and shit.
Um, I filed my paperwork March 25th. I got a biometric appointment very fast. I did it in April. But after biometric, I still haven't heard nothing from them. So I'm wondering if I should upload more evidences, even though I did send a quite amount evidences. I wonder if I should upload evidences. They haven't requested anything. They haven't said anything at all from then on. From I did the biometrics. It's been, I know they say what, 90 days until you get a work permit. I have not received it or I heard from them. So I'm wondering if I should upload more evidences or so to
No, I'd
get
sit
the
I'd sit tight on that. Tell me about the I-864.
that's affidavit.
Mhm.
So he did pass the mark. Um,
Barely or he smashed it
not, I would say like $1,000 over. So it's
for
like,
all 3 years.
mm-mm,
So
no.
so he has one good year of earning history, and it's barely over.
I would say 2 years of. I need to double check that. That's a good question. I need to double check, but probably like 2 years of good. But probably okay. So the last 2 years, yes, he did pass the mark, but the what was that? 2020, we in 2024, right?
We're in 24 now.
2021. So 2020, what, 2 or 3? He didn't do good, but the other 2 years was good. Um,
So
so
the most recent year is the worst year. Is that
the
what you're saying?
the two most recent years is good, but the first one is not so good, if that makes sense. Because
I
he
mean,
has 3 kids plus me and him, so it's also a 5.
if I had to guess, that's why your case is being delayed. Did you say you filed like right before the fee increase on April 1st?
Yeah, I submitted like 5 days before.
Yeah.
5 days.
So and then you did get receipt notices back, right?
Yeah. I
And
got
and
everything back fast, but it's just like the work permit. I submit mine before my friend, and she got hers before mine. So, and she had a little issue with her affidavit, and they RFP her, but I haven't heard nothing from them. So I keep wondering if I should upload more evidences on my I-130. I asked my lawyer, which I probably drop. She said, "Oh, upload more evidences." Like when I watch your stuff on YouTube, you said just wait or whatever they say on YouTube. I don't
yeah,
know. I'm just confused on what to do, honestly.
I'm not that worried about it. I mean, it's July, so you filed basically in April, so
No,
that's
March, well, ending of March, but yeah.
end of March. So that's April, May, June. So 3 months. I mean, most people take a year to get their green card, and it usually takes four
No,
to six.
not green card, my work permit.
No, I know, but
Oh,
I'm saying usually takes a year to get the green card and 4 to 6 months to get the work card. So I think you're just chilling.
okay, okay, okay. My other question that I wanted to ask, right? Me and him been going through some issues, like a lot of issues. Where we don't talk or whatever the case might be. He cheating, he doing, yeah, So my thing was what I wanted to ask, is there a possibility if I wanted to divorce and remarry probably like the next year, because I am young, remarry probably the next year or year and a half from now, and then file back for my would that be like um a red flag for USCIS, or just still stay in the marriage and so forth?
So first of all, number one thing is safety, mental safety, physical safety, emotional safety. So whatever you have to do marriage wise to be safe in whatever aspect that means, do that first. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I really want to, because I really just want to get a divorce, because it is like he put in this whole immigration thing over my head, like,
Right.
oh, You know, like those people say, "Oh, I'm gonna call immigration." He's like those type of guys, and I don't want to move forward with a petition. Honestly, I just want to start over with someone actually who really want me and not with me to throw shades at me or different stuff. I don't know, but at the same time, I was planning to do VAWA, but I just because I know that I heard second marriages was a red flag to USCIS. So I was like, what should I do? I
Well, they're
really
both
don't know what to do.
VAWA and second marriages are both tough. I mean, second marriages are approvable. I mean, he's probably going to say bad things to you. If you have evidence of abuse, and you think you can put a VAWA case together, I mean, don't stay in a marriage if it's over and it's bad and he's using immigration over you. I would say a second marriage, especially when the first marriage case hasn't gone to interview and you said you had a lot of good evidence.
Mm-hmm.
If you do get divorced, I mean, you were basically almost out of status when you married him.
Yeah,
So
because my
so
status was supposed to be over like November 30, and we got married on November 21st.
so they're going to be your whatever you do moving forward, immigration wise, and plus, we have a lot of people on the show from Jamaica. They're suspicious of people from Jamaica that come on visit visas. So I think you're going to have a hard time no matter what you do. So I would live my life accordingly and say to myself, I'm going to make immigration work if I can down the road. But for now, I just got to take care of myself.
So what would you recommend? What would you recommend I do? Because I really need a good opinion. I really don't know.
Well, it sounds like you don't trust this person, right?
I don't.
And they
I
don't have
don't.
your
But it.
they don't
Hmm?
have your best interest at heart.
No.
So I think the sooner you end this thing with them and shut down this immigration, the further that thing goes, the more it's going to make a next case harder, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But like I said, if you have evidence of physical abuse, mental abuse, or emotional abuse, then think about a VAWA case. Otherwise, just get away from this person, get divorced from this person, withdraw your 45, ask him to withdraw the I-130,
Mm-hmm.
and then start coming up with a plan B. But whatever marriage you have next time, it has to be real. It can't just be to get you back into status because that's what they're going to give.
No, it really wasn't. It was real.
Yeah, I
Um,
believe you.
but my thing is with it, I don't know. I was just moving far from the second marriage. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the vow because initially I was gonna do the VAWA. And then he was like, then he like started crawling back, started treating me good. That's the main reason why I filed the I-130.
Hmm.
And then after I filed, it's like, okay, why did I do that? No, I just regret it. So it's like, no, I want to file a VAWA.
I mean,
Or not.
I always come back to the power differential. It's such a power. As the U.S. citizen, he has a lot of power over you, and so anytime you can take away his power, I'm always going to be in favor of that.
So you would say the VAWA, right?
I'd say get away from him and then explore VAWA. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really
Good
do
luck.
appreciate
Yeah, I'm
it.
sorry you're going through that for sure.
You're fine. Thank you again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
You too. All right, all right. Yaslem is here. Yaslem, hello.
Hello,
You got some good
can you
news
hear
for
me?
me? Huh? Got some good news?
I have some good news. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
Man, I'm still under the shock. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Uh, I don't have a question. I'm coming with a lot of appreciation, a lot of thanks, infinity of them. My wife got approved for her asylum in 2019, applied for a green card in 2020, never got a response, never got received anything till I called you guys. I was in this show, I talked to you, and then I believe Daniel reached out to me
Yep.
and he took the case, and this wonderful guy called Felipe. I think this guy should be a therapist because just his word like makes you have all the hopes in the world. Um, they took the case in January. Uh, they filed the case, then the judge gave them till April 22nd to respond. April 10th, they asked for an extension. They got an extension till August. We were kind of down. She was depressed, but through the words of Felipe, we got better. And then they asked her to redo the medical exam.
Nice.
We done that. That was delivered to them on June 28th, and today I was just checking like every day, 10 times, and I see they saying a new card is being produced. Um, I thought I put the wrong receipt number, so I checked it. It was right. I put it
Nice.
again. It was it. Her mom is crying right now.
Mm.
So thank you guys. Thank you so much. I can't
Well,
really thank you enough.
you're welcome, my friend. I'm very
I
happy.
appreciate it.
I'll clip this and send it to Felipe. He'll be really happy.
Yes, everyone there, but he's the best.
Awesome.
He's the man. I emailed him today.
Awesome. Well, we're really
And
happy
thank
for
you
you.
to you. Thank you so much. Thank
You got
you.
it, brother. Thanks for saying thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
See you, buddy. How about that? How about that? That just makes my day. That's why we do what we do. That's why we fight for immigrants every day. That's why lawsuits work. They don't always work, but when they work, they take people who've been waiting for their green cards for 4 years and gets it for them in about 7 months. So that's not bad. That's not bad. We love those lawsuits. The U.S. attorney will probably pop up and say, "Hey, just so you know, we got the green cards approved." Yeah, we know, brother. We know we got it approved, so we're happy. Ismail's here. Hello, Ismail.
Hello, Jim. How you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Very good. Oh, I can finally talk to the man. I mean, I've been watching your show, but never get to talk. Sometimes got the bad connection. You know, sometimes I get calls, someone interrupt me. But
You know, my oldest son's name is Ismail, right?
oh, that's awesome. Really?
Yeah.
Like,
Go ahead.
same spelling?
He's Ismail.
Okay. I see. Yeah. You know, there's a kind of national name. There's
Mhm.
Spanish, a lot of Africans, a lot of
Yeah.
Arabic. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. So technically, I have a question on my adjusted studies. I applied in November 1st, 2022. I got married in September, so like 2 months before yes. So my the combo card was approved in May 2023, and then in September 5th they approved the petition. So when they approved the petition, and they also send a request of evidence on the 485 for medical.
Good.
So then I moved from Florida to Minneapolis. So I did change the address, you know, to notify them that. So after I submit the medical, and then in December 2023, they scheduled me for interview just for the 485.
Mm-hmm.
I
In Minneapolis.
Yes, in Minneapolis.
Okay.
So I still went. I was there, but you know, we did everything, sit down and waiting. So it was just me because the petition is approved. That's what I understand too, because it's only for 45. So
Yeah.
we went to the interview room, and then he asked a lot of questions about my background and everything. And by the way, I came with the A2 visa. I'm a professional taekwondo athlete, so part of the Niger taekwondo national team. So we have like an official passport, like all the athletes who fight for the country. So so I obtained an A2 visa when I enter. So technically, I don't have any duration to stay. No matter how long I stay, I don't have any overstay with that kind of, yeah. So after the interview in December, I've been waiting, nothing till because they gave me, the officer handed a piece of paper to me, says he held for further review.
Did he tell you that you needed a waiver, that you needed to waive your rights as the A2 visa holder? Did he talk to you about that?
He missed that part. He didn't.
You probably don't see it very often in Minneapolis.
Exactly. So he missed that part, and then before it reached the 120 days, I got a request of evidence for it. So
good.
I did it. And that was April 18, and then on April 19 already, I respond. I fill it up and respond on my online account.
And now you're still waiting.
I'm still waiting, and then July 3rd, I just got like notification that my interview was canceled, which was September. I mean, last year. I'm
Yeah.
completely confused about. I don't know what is going on. Um, I trying to reach out to the Congress to if they can help me up to figure out what's the situation because I already went for the interview. So and then I realized something at the interview. Looks like my interview I was interviewed by the field director officer because when he handled the piece of paper, the interviewer that was his name, and at the bottom he says director field office was the same guy for sure.
Oh, like it said Thompson and Thompson.
Yes. So
Uh-huh.
and then when I get the last request of evidence, it changed. So the director name was completely different. So and I'm pretty sure he's no longer the director of the field office, and he doesn't have my case because I can tell he missed the part that I need to remove the right like you said, and
Yeah.
he asked me what I realized he doesn't know anything about my case. I don't know it's because he was transferred from Florida to here, or maybe or he didn't put enough time because he asked me, "Did you submit the medical? Did you submit the marriage certificate?"
I bet if you were being interviewed by the field office director themselves, usually that's because some officer called in sick that day. So they probably walked in, grabbed your file, and called you up for your interview.
Oh, that could be because there's actually a number on the system. So there was like two people ahead of me, and this guy just walked. I was just waiting, I just he just walked straight to me and say my name like he knows me, and then we walked to his office.
Yeah.
So technically that's what I'm facing right now.
So you probably need to sue them.
Okay. And like I said, the petition is already approved too. And
I-130.
yeah, it was approved. So and like I said, I was and yeah. Oh yeah, I got a response from the Congress. I mean, that was before this interview canceled. They said to give them 120 days,
Yeah.
make decision or get any correspondence. So my thought is, I thought about it. That's why I'm talking to you right now because September is gonna be 2 years marriage anniversary. So I was just kind of waiting up. So just like 2 months, if that 2 month pass and then nothing happened, then I was thinking about filing for the mandamus.
Okay. Just let me know. I'm here whenever you're ready.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
See you, buddy.
All right, see you.
All right. That was a good call. Lots of good info in there. Yeah. So, truth be told, the first time I learned about diplomats needing that waiver was in an interview. And I was texting Andrew saying, "Hey, Andrew, what the hell is this officer talking about? We need a waiver." So if if people enter on a diplomatic visa, they have protections that people entering on regular visas don't have, pretty much related to the ability of U.S. government officials to arrest you. So if you're applying for adjustment and you've entered on one of those visas, USCIS requires you to sort of waive that protection before they'll give you the actual green card. It's interesting when that comes up. Now, I got a call on someone named Big Al. What's up, Big Al?
Hi, Jim. Can I be off camera, please?
Done.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you for taking my call, and thank you for everything you do. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
So my friend is a U.S. citizen over the age of 21. Her parents are Mexican and entered without inspection 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to file the I-130 to apply for their green cards. Will her parents need an I-601A waiver?
Probably. Yep.
Okay. Is there any way around that, or they for sure will need it?
Most likely they would need it. I would imagine they don't have DACA, right?
No DACA. They entered in 1998. Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay. And the qualifying relative will be my friend, their daughter?
I always get this wrong on who can be a qualifying relative for 601A. Usually David sets me straight on this. Qualifying relative 601A.
Because I know it can't be if the child was under 21, it couldn't be.
Yeah, children don't qualify, so they might not be eligible for it.
So they'll just be barred?
Yeah, and so then you have to ask yourself, is it worthwhile to file for the actual I-130? Okay. So that's a big question.
Okay, I know there was DAPA, but that was got stuck in the courts. So
right.
Okay, so there's just no way around this. No way around this waiver, and probably no way for them to get a green card at this point in time unless the laws change.
That's right. Yes,
Do you think it's
David.
still worthwhile to get the I-130 on file?
I don't, because I think then you're letting everybody know that they're here and they're out of status, and I think Donald Trump's going to be elected president in November, and then they're going to be deporting everyone they can. So I don't think so.
Okay, I hope he's not elected president. I pray every day he's not elected
I
president.
do too, but if Joe Biden keeps running, I think Trump will win.
I hope not. I hope not. I really appreciate your time, Jim. Thank you.
Thanks, Al. See you, buddy. All right. Emily's here. Hi, Emily. How you doing? I can't hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
So I have a couple of questions on behalf of my mother-in-law. She is a green card holder for about 4 years now, and she has been petitioning her husband and 3 children from Mexico. Their priority date is December 3rd, 2020, and their case has been stuck at NBC for some time. The initial lawyers that they hired for their case are not, I guess, pulling their weight, so they're looking to hire someone else.
Sure.
But some things, like along the line, some things have come up, and I think that it's going to complicate their case a lot more. But honestly, my brothers-in-law and my mother-in-law, they're very stubborn. So if you could just clear up those questions for me, I'm going to show this recording to them. And then,
Okay, cool. Just real
yeah.
quick, hold on just 1 second. I'm going to share the visa bulletin.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. So what's their priority date?
December 3rd, 2020.
Okay, so they're passed for final action date, and they're still stuck at USCIS?
NBC.
At NBC, okay. So they're just waiting. So they're documentally qualified?
They're what, sorry?
They're documentally qualified? The NBC's not waiting on anything from them?
No, so here's the thing. So here's the first issue that comes up. In December, they received an email saying that NBC had reinstated their case because I guess for over a year they said like you or your agent have not gotten in touch with us.
Was that accurate or was that false?
Well, NBC sent it, and yeah, like they just, so that's the thing that like I tell them like they're not being proactive about it.
Yeah.
And I said that they needed to repay fees and update documentation.
Okay, and so just to be clear, so this is a green card holder filing for her spouse and her children who are under 21, right?
So one is over 21, but at the time of the filing, she was under 21.
So they think that maybe the Child Status Protection Act saves that kid from aging out.
So that among other things.
Okay.
So, I mean, is she still, so because the thing is that in May, that older child, she received an email saying that her case, she was just waiting for an appointment for, I guess, an interview.
Just her?
Just her. So I guess her current lawyer.
I want to get back to something else that you said.
Yes.
So you said that the National Visa Center sent them an email saying, "Hey, you fools, we haven't heard from you in a year. We're closing out your case," and then they were able to reinstate it, right?
So that's the thing that I'm not sure of. I have access because I have like their case number and their receipt number. So I go into the portal and there's only one notice on there, and it's only that the case has been reinstated. There's no notice or email
from the old stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know if the initial lawyers.
So you don't know if the NBC was right when they said that your friend's family didn't contact them within a year. Like, what I want to know is NBC making shit up, or is that possibly true?
I think it could be true. Like I said, they're not very proactive about these kinds of things, and only now that it's starting to get complicated, they're like scrambling around.
Yeah.
So I guess the initial lawyers that they're trying to get rid of are telling them that their cases are separated and that their older daughter is like probably going to be the first to get an appointment and get her visa to come into the country.
That makes no sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I figured.
If they've been separated, then their cases last.
Right. The husband would be first, right?
The husband and the minor children. Yeah.
husband. Okay. Because I'm writing this down.
Yeah,
Um,
because if the kid who's straddling 21, that we'll just call that, is it a boy or a girl?
a girl. It's a girl.
We'll call her Maria. If Maria is under 21, then she's on the exact same time frame as the dad and siblings. If she's over 21, then she's on a completely different trajectory that's like 9-year wait. So she'd be the last one to be interviewed.
Okay. Another complication. My mother-in-law has no active relationship with her husband. I don't know if they would still ask for like evidence of a relationship. There is no active relationship there.
Yes, I would say that that's gonna come up. Yeah.
So like in those sort, because we have a case with my husband and we sent like all the marital evidence and stuff. Does that still apply for my mother-in-law and her husband?
Same case, sure.
Okay. Would you recommend dropping him out of the case?
Well, I mean, that's a complicated question. Number one, we don't want to commit any kind of immigration fraud. So we don't want to be acting like everything's cool if it's not. But putting that to the side, I mean, is he going to let the kids come without him? I don't know. I don't know the family dynamics of all that.
So he's only the father of the youngest child, the youngest boy. Do they need his permission to bring him over?
Usually, yeah.
Is that like a letter or how does that work?
It depends on the embassy.
That's like, would it be like Juarez, Mexico?
Uh-huh.
Or okay.
Who's the father of the other kids?
Someone else.
So, okay.
But yeah,
okay,
so
wait,
that's
hold on, time out.
Okay.
Has mom filed separate I-130s for the children that aren't of the spouse?
No, it's my understanding that they're all one case. So we have the primary applicant, which is a husband, and then the accompany. It's for the other three.
I don't know if that shit'll fly.
Okay.
I don't know. It might. I don't know if. So the question is, if I'm married to Joe and Joe and I have one kid, but I also have these older kids from some other relationship I was in, can I include? Oh man. Well, first of all, at the very least, these people need a lawyer. If they're planning to go ahead with any of this, there's really got to be some things sorted out. Like, one, is husband coming? That seems like a huge thing. If is husband coming or not, that's one thing that needs to be figured out. Number two, if husband is coming and husband adopted these kids, can they
legally though, right?
Can they come as derivatives? I would think that derivatives usually require there to be an actual relationship with the father and those kids.
Okay. And the husband has to legally adopt them, right? Not just like raise them as his own.
I'm saying I don't know. I have to look it all up. I think so.
Okay. Another question though. So it's the three children, the two oldest are girls. They're both pregnant.
Of course they are.
So the oldest one just found out that she's pregnant, and that's the one that supposedly they say her case is more ahead, waiting for an interview. The other one is probably, I don't know, within the next month or two going to give birth. So I guess they're more worried about the older one. Can she come in pregnant? How does that work?
Yeah, you can come in pregnant.
Okay, so they won't like deny a visa because of that.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
This whole thing's jacked.
Yeah, I know, but they're very stubborn people, so I just wanted to come on here and.
Stubborn? What are they stubborn about?
Oh my God, much.
They got nothing to be stubborn about.
You know what? I don't know. I think they just think that this whole immigration thing is easy and anyone, just because their mom has a green card, they can do what they want.
Well, I'm glad you're disabusing of them. I love that. I love that word, disabusing. Disabuse them of that stupid notion.
I'm going to show them this recording, so hopefully that knocks some sense into them.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you so much, Jim.
See you, kid.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Timur is here. Hi, Timur. You're on mute or something. Oh,
Assalamu alaikum.
Side character. Welcome salam. How you doing?
I'm alright. How are you, Jim? Mr. Jim?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Not much. I got a question regarding the green card. My brother is planning to start the application. He won in the lottery, but he's got a criminal history. I'm not sure if it's an aggravated felony. The charge was intentional infliction of moderate grievous bodily harm, and he only received 3 years of traveling restriction in his home country, like no imprisonment, nothing else. He's got a restriction on his travels outside the country and outside his home country. Now he appealed to the court. They dropped all the restrictions. Now he can travel outside and he can do whatever he wants, but he was not found not guilty. He's still guilty. Now he's appealing for the second time, and his lawyers are saying like there's a very good chance, like 99% chance, he's gonna be found not guilty this time. The question is, should he wait until the result of the court? Like at the end of September, they are saying the court is gonna find him not guilty. Very good chance. Should he wait until that time to file the application, like DS-260 and etc., or should he start the application process as soon as possible? Is it gonna help him?
You're talking about he won the lottery for next fiscal year, the one that starts in October?
Yeah, 2025 DV lottery.
Yeah. So does he have a high number, a low number? What do you know? What kind of a
1200 case number.
Oh, that's pretty good. And is it Asia?
He's from Asia, but his number says EU for some reason.
What country is he from?
He's from Uzbekistan.
Okay. Well, 1200 is a good number either way. I mean, anything that limited someone's ability to have their liberty for 3 full years, even if it just means staying within their country, is going to be viewed, and it sounds like a pretty serious assault. I think he's going to have a hard time coming on the diversity visa. Will they give it to him? Maybe. In answer to your question, I would start the process whenever he's eligible to apply and then deal with it as it comes up. I can't predict what's going to happen. If you wanted me to guess what's going to happen, I don't think he's going to get a visa to the United States. But I would still push it.
Okay, but do you recommend him to wait until the result comes up and at the end of September? Well, because he's got a chance to.
If he's 2025, nothing can happen till October anyway.
Oh, so he can wait until at the end of September and then he can start the application process. There's no problem, right? I mean, in general, is there any deadline to file the DS-260? Is he not being late or something?
No, other than the fact that you want to give them as much time as possible to process it. So, there's people going in line ahead of him. So what I would say again is try to get it all resolved before he can't file jack squat till October 1st. So try to get everything resolved before October 1st and then go from there.
So should he wait, Jim, for the result of the, I mean, is it
nothing to wait for? He can't do shit until October. So everybody has to wait. If he had no criminal stuff or not, he has to wait. There's nothing to do until October 1st.
I mean, you can fill up the DS-260 right now, right?
No, not if you're talking about for next fiscal year. So you're not talking about this year. You're not talking about the year that's about to end, right?
He won the lottery for 2025.
When did he find out he won the lottery? In May of this year?
Yes, May 4th.
Yeah. So he can't do shit until October 1st. There's nothing he can do until October 1st. Not one thing.
Oh, so he cannot file even DS-260 until October 1st?
That's right.
Okay, that's good news. And Jim, he's got a. So if he's found not guilty in the court, is it gonna help him?
It's going to be better than what he's got now, but it sounds like in the United States, you don't get found guilty or plead guilty and then get found not guilty. It sounds more like an appeal. So they're not gonna. I think they're gonna go with what happened the first time, not with whatever happens now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got a cancellation of visa in 2015, and he's got 3 refuses as well in 2015.
Sounds like
and
a tough
2
case.
in 2000.
All right, I gotta go. We're out of time.
Oh, okay. Or
Thanks,
I mean,
Timur.
visa cancellations at all is it gonna affect
Yeah, that's
negatively to his application?
Not good. It's not good. You didn't tell me anything
Okay.
good.
Okay. If it's not good, can he apply for the waiver for the admissibility, Jim?
Who's going to qualify? He's got no qualifying relative. He's not going to get a waiver. I got to go, Timur. See you, buddy.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. This was a good show. I enjoyed being with all of you. I feel like I'm getting my strength back. We had some good questions. We got some good advice from Creaky Bones. Always better not to hit or hurt people. I think that's true. All right. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. 10 a.m. Central. We'll see you guys then. Hope you guys all have a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are